Hi, this is Jim over at Cherry Logistics, and the video we're going to take a look at is for the payment screen in the web portal for our service providers. The payment screen obviously is the place where all your payments are going to be available for you to view. You also have some functionality to search through those records and also export them to an Excel document. So let's take a look at what that looks like and how to work through some of that functionality. So we're going to log in the system as our test provider, Black Dirt Plowing Company. And then we're going to navigate to the payment screen from the main menu drop down. We're going to go down to payments. And the payment screen will bring up all the payment records for our service provider, Black Dirt. So you can see the screen is typical of the other record screen within the web portal. We have rows of records with a lot of columns of specific information. We have the common functionality of the row selector along the bottom to choose how many rows you want to see on the screen, and then to navigate through the different pages of records for the payments along the bottom and the top here. We also have the quick search feature to do a quick search by typing in some text and bringing up those specific records that contain the text that you type in there. And then we have the advanced search feature for more advanced filtering options to drill down and bring up specific records based on specific search criteria. As far as the rows and columns themselves, the first column is the bill number for the service. The second column has the customer name to it, and then the next column is the customer location ID. This column here will identify the service associated with the payment. So you'll see SKU here, but it's actually the service. In this particular case, it's parking lot plow 0 to 4. Ice control for parking lot is also. And then you see the details column here contains the actual service report that the provider reported these services in. So even though you see a parking lot plow and an ice control, they were both part of the same service report number that ended in 152707, 152707. And if I click on it, it's actually a link to that service detail that will open up and bring me to view that. So here's my parking lot plow, and here's my parking lot ice control that we saw on that payment screen. We see the same status that both have been invoiced out. And we see all the information that was available to us from the original service report detail, including the weather event for that snow, and also the who the report was created by, when it was service took place, and who the customer was, and the service provider, along with the service report number. So all that information, again, it's there on the detail, but this link provides you right to the detail to view the actual services that you reported from the payment screen. So again, these are single services within these SKU lines, and then they could be tied in to a service report that can contain one or more of these specific services depending on how they were reported to Cherry. The next column is the SC tracking number column. The SC tracking number is really associated with CVS services. CVS requires that services are reported using their Seawall app, and then once they get reported on that mobile app, they get sent right to CVS for processing. They're assigned a SC tracking number and then returned through Cherry system, and then that's where this tracking number will reside. So again, you have a record of that tracking number for your CVS locations where you provided services to. You have the expected pay date column to list the dates of expected payments. You also have the paid date, so the date that those payments actually posted, the total dollar amount for those specific services, and then the current status, and these are all been invoiced out at this point. The next column here will have your check or ACH number associated with that payment, and then the work date and time will also be listed in this column here. And then if there is any associated changes or reasons for differences, then it will be listed here of why those changes took place. So that is all the column and record information. If we wanted to look at the advanced search features to bring up specific records, we can just go ahead and select by bill number. So again, most of the columns that have information here will be also a search field that you can utilize to filter on specific criteria. So again, if you wanted to filter on customer name, you would just start to type in the name. The system will begin to identify it based on the first few letters, based on actual contracts that you have. So it'll identify Admo right here. So we'll go ahead and filter on that. So what that'll do is that'll just bring up all the records for that Admo Incorporated customer. So we'll just see those records down here. There's 41 of them out of 143 total entries. 41 of them are for Admo. We'll see the filter criteria up in this cloud area, so we can know that that's how the filters are set right now. If we wanted to add additional filters to that, we can certainly do that to show specific records that would come up in that search. Your additional filters would continue to show up in this cloud area, and your records down here would reflect the criteria that you search through. So with the selected records here, we can export this information out to an Excel document. We can choose to export it out after it's been filtered, or we can just export all the records out and then use the filtering capabilities within Excel to change the or look at the data that way. So we'll just save the filter that's here and look at the Admo customer for the export. So we'll just go ahead and click on this export button. And what that will do is it'll, for this particular browser, it brings in a download for an Excel document, which will land in the bottom of our browser bar here. And we can just go ahead and click on it to open up the Excel doc. And now our information is in an Excel document. All our rows and columns here represent the 41 records that we saw in the payment screen. The 42nd would be the heading column here. And then we can take a look at that data and look at it however we want it. We can sort it every which way we want to, again, continually refine that data for more information. We can look at it in the rows that are established there. We can look at it visually in some graphing choices that we have here. So again, we can sort by and look at it by service type, number of services per service type, in a nice graph view, in a nice record view. So again, once we get it to an Excel document, we can do a lot more viewing of that data in different ways. So that's the export feature for the payment screen, and that's how you would view and manage your records within that screen in the web portal. So I hope you found that information useful. And if you have any questions about the payment screen or any other functions within the web portal, please call us over at Cherry Logistics. And in the meantime, hopefully we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.